All right, everybody. So we were talking when we started classes with you that there are so many websites and educational material available online for free. Some of them you pay for, like the Twinkle resources, but some are free that you can use to learn. And since we are here in America, we're lucky that there are so many places like Minnesota Literacy Council that share free material for teachers and for learners who want to improve their English. I will be sharing this resource with you also in WhatsApp, and you can download it for free as a PDF book. You can download it on your cell phone, you can download it on your computer, and then you can use it to learn, either with us in class or outside if you want it more practice. When we say a story bank, it's like a bank. In the bank, you have money. This is a bank that has a lot of stories. And they are designed for adult learners, people like you who are not little children. And each story has a target sound or a target group of words or a target grammar list that we can practice and benefit from. So if I start with this very simple, easy one, it talks about very simple concepts like man, woman, money, happy, sad, right? Days of the week, very simple, very straightforward. But then it also shows you how we use present simple, right? Here, if I'm talking about this man in the picture, we say Max goes to work. Max has a job. Max works Monday to Friday. I don't need to say Max is going to work. Max is working Monday to Friday, right? I don't need to do that because I'm talking about something that he's doing all the time. But if we go to, that's the list of the stories that we have. For example, the one story that we thought we can look at today, we have these two stories. One is about a child at school, and the other one is about car problems. We can say car problems and we can say car issues. What does that mean when I say car issues or car problems? A problem in the car. What does that mean? For example, people who drive.
Something is wrong with
Something
car.
wrong. The car stopped working, right?
Yes.
So, and when I say hurt, 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 what does that
Hurt?
mean? Anyone else
I don't know.
besides Alina? Anyone else? What is hurt? When I say I got hurt.
Hurt. It's I mean
He got injured, right? So let's look at the story. And then Mr. Matthew, I'm gonna pass it on to you.
Okay, so has your children's school ever called you up during the day when your child is there at school? Did the school ever call you and say, something happened and we need you to come see your child, come pick up your child, right? If your child is sick or gets hurt, the school may call you and say, we need you to come take your child out of the school or take your child to the doctor, right? Yes, the school may say, please come take your child, right?
yes.
So they say that children should not be sick when they're at school, right? They say if the children are sick, they need to stay home. So if they're very sick, they may ask you to come take your child. So in this picture, where are the children?
In playground.
They are in the playground.
Yes, and they're at the playground. And what are they doing?
They are playing.
Yes, they're playing. Very good. So what do you think? Let's see. What is this story about? If you can scroll down.
I would also suggest that perhaps we can ask some of our participants who haven't talked today to read for us, just because we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to speak. So I would like to ask somebody to read for us. And I want to choose Jarkin. Would you be able to read? Sharipova.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, how are you today?
Thank you, I'm fine.
Good, good. I wanted to hear your voice. So how about you read the sentences that you see here, and after we finish, we will talk about why did we say certain sentences in present simple? Why did we say others in present continuous? So please go ahead and start reading for us.
Okay. Amber is a little girl.
Yeah, continue.
Amber goes to school. Amber likes to play on the playground. She likes to run. Amber falls down. The teacher runs to Amber. Amber is crying. Her shirt and face are dirty. Her arms hurt. The teacher calls her father. Her father comes. Her father takes her to the doctor.
Very good. Thank you. Let's have somebody else read for us. This is once again reading pronunciation practice for you. And then we'll listen to Mr. Matthew read it all for us at the very end. How about, let's see, who wants to try reading? Clara, maybe? Would you like to try? Clara?
Yes, I am ill and I have no voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, no problem. Then you can continue listening. I'm so sorry. Let's see who else. Anybody else would like to try reading?
Reading?
Yeah, Alice, you want to try?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Number one start, yeah?
Yes, start again from number one. Yeah.
Amber is a little girl. Amber does to school. Amber likes to play on the playground. She likes to run. Amber falls down. The teacher runs to Amber. Amber is crying. Her shirt and face are dirty. Her arm hurts. The teacher calls her father. Her father comes. Her father takes her to the doctor.
Very good, Alice. Thank you for reading. I would like to invite somebody to try to tell us this story in a story. Mood. So here we just see like sentences broken down, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 12. Can anyone tell us the story as a story connected. Anyone would like to try that? Or is that too difficult? Before we ask Mr. Matthew to do it, I want to see if any of you can say, Amber is a little girl. She goes to school and she likes to play on the playground and she likes to run. One day, you know, something like that. Anyone can?
Yes, can I? It's
Yeah,
medium.
please. And I'm just gonna make it small so you can see it all together. Oops, sorry, that's too small. So tell us the story, Diana.
Amber is a little girl. She's go to school. She like to play on the playground. She like to run, and when she play, she fall down. Amber's teacher runs to Amber, coming to Amber, and she is crying. Amber is crying. Amber's shirt and face are very dirty. She arms hot.
So her, I think we can continue to say her arm. So if I say my arm, your arm, her arm. Please continue.
Amber's teacher calls Amber's father. Amber's father coming to school, and father takes go to the doctor.
Her father takes her to the doctor. Very good. Thank you so much for trying, Diana. That was great. Mr. Matthew, would you like to read it for us and then perhaps also tell it in a story?
Sure. Amber is a little girl. Amber goes to school. Amber likes to play on the playground. She likes to run. Amber falls down. The teacher runs to Amber. Amber is crying. Her shirt and face are dirty. Her arm hurts. The teacher calls her father. Her father comes. Her father takes her to the doctor. So these are all separate short sentences, but as Ms. Shima said, we can put them together to make the story go better. It goes smoother if you don't say Amber and Amber and Amber. We know we're talking about Amber, right? So you might want to just say, Amber is a little girl. She goes to school and she likes to play on the playground. She likes to run. One day, Amber falls down. The teacher runs to Amber and Amber is crying. Her shirt and face are dirty and her arm hurts. The teacher calls her father and her father comes and takes her to the doctor.
Okay, everybody?
Should I do that a little slower?
Yeah, I think you should repeat it again.
Amber is a little girl. She goes to school. She likes to play on the playground and she likes to run. One day, Amber falls down. The teacher runs to Amber. Amber is crying. Her shirt and face are dirty and her arm hurts. The teacher calls her father and her father comes and takes her to the doctor.
I wanted to ask people if this happened to your children before. If you have little children who play on playgrounds, has that ever happened to you that your child was playing and they fell in the playground and got hurt and were crying? Anybody?
Мгм. Так.
Anybody's kids had that happen before or no? That your little children were playing at the playground and they fell. I think it happens to all the children, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyone would like to share with us one time their kids were at the playground and something happened that made them not happy?
Deanna,
Yes.
what happened?
Yes, I have children. My child like go to the playground, and she's very happy when we go to the playground.
Good, thank you for sharing. How about Anastasia, Alice? Alice, you said you like to take your son outside to play. Is he usually happy or any problems happen? Can you give us any example or on their experience at the playground?
Mm. I have experience in playground.
Anytime he fell or he was sad or crying?
Jump.
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Sometimes.
What happens? Tell us any playground experience. Anastasia, if you wanted to share. Playground experience.
Sometimes blood run and fall down, and he is not happy. He's crying.
Mhm. Also, kids cry when? When do they cry at the playground? When you say it's time to go home, right?
Yes, yes,
When you say it's time to go home,
yes.
the kids get upset when it's time to go home from the playground. Get upset. Okay?
Mhm.
Do you know the word hurts? Hurts? In the story, it says her arm hurts. So what do you think happened? How did Amber fall?
Broke hand.
Maybe she broke her arm, yeah, or her something in her hand, right? It
Yeah.
sounds pretty bad if the teacher calls her father, right? Anastasia, you said blood. I said, oh my God, because when
Broke.
children,
Не blood, broke. Broke.
oh, yes,
Broke, like broke her arm, like it was broken. Bones.
yes. Clara said her daughter ran and fell, and she had a bloody nose. Mhm.
Yeah, so I say bloody nose. She had a
Um,
bloody nose. Yeah. I also wanted to ask quickly about phone calls from the school, right? Like talking on the phone with the teachers. Because here in the story, the teacher calls the father on the phone, right? And I just want to go quickly here to one of the stories about making a phone call. Sorry, I'm going so quickly. When you need to make a phone call or the teachers or the school call you, I know they have all of these applications now that schools use to talk to you, right? How does the school talk to you? How does the school talk to you? They send you a message or an email, or they talk to you on your phone. How does your school, where your kids go, talk to you? Anybody would like to tell us?
My daughters go to daycare, and we are talk. I'm talk with her teacher on the phone.
Okay, do you send messages or you speak on the phone, like you talk?
On the phone, message with message.
Messages. Okay. How about everybody else? How do you talk to your kids' school?
It's me, Diana. My kids' school, I talk only message, but I cannot understand English call when call.
Text
Only
message.
message, yes, only
Okay.
message.
How about Anastasia? How do you talk to your kids' school?
I talk to school with message, email, and telephone. Phone on the phone.
Very good. Anybody else? Let's see, somebody here. Messages and sometimes with the phone. Yeah.
Do
'cause-
they have class dojo?
Yes, I
Yes.
have class
Yes.
dojo.
Class dojo. Okay. So you can see what the class is doing with that. And
Yes.
then the teacher also talks with you, sends you messages, and tells you what is happening. Mhm.
Yeah, and Dojo is an application, like if you think about WhatsApp, Messenger, it's a tool for sending and receiving messages that so many schools are using.
Mhm.
I'm talking about this because sometimes when people's first language is not English and you get a phone call in English, you're so scared and you don't want to talk.
Yes.
I also get scared from speaking on the phone. So it's not just about English. It's an emotional thing. It's a psychological thing that a lot of people struggle with. So that's why it's easier here to send messages. But I think it's also important, like it's good to hear that some of you are already talking on the phone with the school. I think it's good practice for you. Even if your English is not very strong or not very advanced, I think it's okay to try and make mistakes and they will understand. And if you don't understand, you can say, okay, I'm sorry. I will send you a message, or please send me a message. But I think it's good that you try at least to make phone conversations sometimes. So that's why I brought that story right here that we can look at, because sometimes you have to make the phone calls, right? In the first story, who made the first phone call? The teacher or the father? Who called? Who made the phone call? Everybody, I'm asking. Did the teacher call or the father called? Who called first?
Father called.
Father called? How did he know that his daughter got hurt?
On the last picture.
The last story, yes.
Yeah, the last story for Amber.
About Amber, yes?
Yes.
The teacher calls.
Yes, so the
Pardon.
teacher made the phone call first because she is at school with the little girl, right?
Yes.
But sometimes you, as the mother or father, you need to call first. When? What's an example like what we see here in the picture? When do you need to call your children's school?
When she's sick.
Yes. If she's
When-
sick, if your daughter is sick. Any other times you think you need to talk to the school? Recently, there was a time when people needed to talk to the school about something. Remember? Hmm. Anybody? The snow, when there was a snowstorm, right?
When we can't go to school or
Yeah.
daycare.
And you don't know, sometimes when there's a winter storm, rain, snow, and you don't know when the school will open or if the school will be closed or they will open late, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes you need to make a phone call. What would you say when you call the school? When there's a winter storm or something, what would you say on the phone? Anybody wants to try?
School open today?
Hello,
Hello?
school open today? Yes. Mm-hmm. Very good. Yeah. Are you open today? Are you open today?
So
Right.
sometimes they may have a 2-hour delay, right? Have you heard of that? So they have a 2-hour delay in opening the school. So it means if school normally opens at 8 o'clock, they delay the opening and open at 10 o'clock. Yes, so you need to know. So either the school tells you or you call the school and find out. Also, if you're running late, right? If you're going to bring the child late to school or pick them up late or pick them up early, you need to call the school and tell them, sorry, we're running late. We're coming to school late.
Mm.
Or you want to do this story about a little girl who's not feeling well again?
Yeah, let's practice that one here. Okay? And maybe one of you can read for us. Anybody would like to read who hasn't read as much? Who wants to try?
Can I try? Italian.
Alina, go ahead.
Mhm.
Start with the title.
My daughter is sick. The little girl wakes up. She is sick. Today she can't go to school. Her mother calls the school. She says her daughter's name. My daughter's name is Kate Smith. She says the teacher's name. She says the teacher's name. Yes
Mm,
or no?
Yeah, her teacher.
She says her daughter is sick.
And then she says in the actual
Her teacher
conversation.
is Mrs. Lee. Yeah? Her teacher's Mrs. Lee. My daughter is sick today.
Very good. Let's look at it here.
Good job reading.
Yeah, thank you. So here's the actual write-up all together. Maybe another person can read for us. Who else wants to try? Diana, you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
Only read all correct.
From the little girl. Yeah, just read what you see in front of you.
Yes, please.
The little girl wake up. She's sick. Today she can't go to school. Her mother calls the school. She say her daughter's name. She says the teacher name. She say my daughter is sick today.
Very good. So you notice that what are two names that you need to say when you make a phone call to your school? What are the two names that you need to tell, full names? Hmm. 1 and 2.
Mr. Lee, she's teacher name, and daughter name.
The daughter, yeah. So the teacher, your child's classroom teacher, and your child's full name, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I ask everybody now who has kids in the school and you're calling the school, what are you gonna say? Let's try. Each one of you can try. So how about Anastasia? You're calling. Wanna say your son's full name and the classroom teacher's full name.
Hello. My son names and teacher's name.
Yes,
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
Hello. I need teacher Mrs. Powell. My son Vlad Andrukovich.
Okay, so you have to say my son's name,
My
right?
son's
Son's
name.
name is, okay. Or you can say I am, what's his name again? Your
Sorry.
son's name again?
Vlad Andrukovich.
Okay, so you can say I'm Vlad Andrukovich's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Or I am the mother of, or my son's name is, they will know you're the mother. So you can just say, my son's name is, and you say the first and last name, right?
Okay.
I'm calling for teacher, and then you say Mrs. whatever or Mr. whatever, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else would like to try? Like we're practicing, we're talking on the phone?
Can I? It's me, Diana.
Yeah, go ahead.
I call my son teacher. Hello, it's me, Diana. I am mother Diaz Elias. I need my son teacher, Miss Pedras.
Very good. So if you need to speak to the teacher, that's what you say. But sometimes, because they don't know all the kids' names, maybe you're talking to a secretary, right? Or you're talking to an assistant, or you're talking to somebody who works at the school, and there are 200, 300 children.
Yes.
And if they don't know your kid's name, they will know the teacher and the class. So they will say, oh, okay, we will tell her that you
Yeah.
called. Thank you, right?
Yes.
So this is very good. That's why we need to know the teacher's name. We don't need to talk to the teacher necessarily because they might be busy, they might be in class, but the person who picks up the phone for you, they will write a note and they will say, okay, I will write a note. I will let her know. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Okay? Very good. Anybody else would like to try? Making a phone call? See, your homework could be that you make a phone call to school until next week. And then you come and say, I called the teacher. Or I made a phone call to my son's school or my daughter's school. That would be a nice homework to try. Okay?
Mhm.
Sorry, can I ask when I phone on the school, can I speak with teacher, Miss Powell, for explain?
So you
Yes.
can just say, can I speak with Miss Powell?
Oh,
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
need to say teacher.
okay.
Yeah, Miss Powell.
Thank you.
And then if they can say, oh, she's not around right now.
Mhm.
She's not around. What does that mean? She is not around. What does that mean? Anyone knows what
She is no near reception.
she's busy. It means she's
Yes.
busy.
Yeah.
Or she's also not at the desk that you're calling, right? If it's her desk and you call her number and they say, oh, she's not around, it means she's in the classroom. Or she's busy. She's doing something else. We don't know.
Yes. So for at my daughter's school, when I call, I don't speak to the teacher. I just speak with the front desk and leave a message for the teacher. But when you call your children's school, do you speak with the teacher? Do you speak with the teacher or do you speak with the secretary?
I speak with secretary.
Mhm.
I speak to his secretary all day.
Yes. That's why it's important to be able to say the two names, right? You say the name of the teacher and the name of your child, because the secretary, as Ms. Shima says, doesn't know all of the children in the school,
Mhm.
but she passes on the message to the teacher.
And sometimes it could be another teacher sitting. It could be the manager, some of the directors, okay?